I'm here. I'm here. I know. It's 12:30 something. Oh, I'm here. And I said I'm here. I can hear myself. So our volume is good. Hooray. Oh, I got here before anybody else. I'm just going to do a big stretch. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Here we are. We're here. We're late, but good. I postponed it, moved the time a little bit, a lot of it. But you know what? We made it. I was going to cancel, but I didn't because I'm too committed, even though I'm very sleep deprived. Cheers. I'm going to have my coffee. Hopefully you're either like okay with my slurps, or you can lower the volume, or I put the mic a little bit away and my little guy his little eyeballs are looking at me. Giving me the side eye because I'm slurping my coffee. Welcome. Welcome to my world. My name is Kathy. And I'm an artist. And every morning in November I've been coming on here and we've been doing a Wikipedia read of a commercial artist in the 19th century. And by commercial artist, it's basically any artist who does work for commerce. So pretty much all of them. Kind of a fancy way of saying if you sell your art, then you're a commercial artist. Yeah, even if you're a fine artist, it doesn't matter. But, you know, sometimes fine art is in a different category, but you know what? Do we all not sell our art? We all sell our art. Okay. So today we're going to do FOC Darley, and I think we should just get started. Let me adjust the bangage. Adjusting bangage. And coffee corner. Okay. This is kind of funny. I'm going to share an overshare with you. I do a French press every morning. And I usually have a little tiny bit left, like that much. So this is, I put it in a mason jar in the fridge for 2 days, the leftovers. And then I heat it up in a pan on the stove. Because microwave, you know, that's just not going to do it for me. That's not going to stay hot, like, for more than 30 seconds when I take it out. So, yeah, it's not, like, as good, but it's still fresh-ish. And it's been refrigerated, so it's fine. And I steam up my half and half, and it's, it's pretend city. It's let's pretend I just made fresh coffee. But I didn't. But that's okay. It's good. So, why was I late today? Real quick. Yesterday I talked about I'm doing a 3 customs, and I finished the sketches, and I'm going to send them to my customer today. And I am thrilled because it was really like, I was like, it was weighing on me like this, like, So I'm so happy, and I think they came out really good. Like, I'm really, really happy with the work, and I hope that they will be. I always strive to like go above and beyond. It's just what I do, and like sometimes it's to my own peril, right? Because I lose sleep. That's okay. That's okay, because my spirit is good. And then when I'm off of here today, after I send them, I'm going right into Thanksgiving, baby. I'm going right into like the planning, the kitchen, the defrost that little bit of that last half defrost of the turkey that needs to get done. I'm going to work on all my sides. I'm going to prep everything, and we're going to do it. I'm excited. I love to cook. I really do. Throw on some headphones, get in there, and just like have a good time. So, oh, and like bonus, we happen to have an extra pumpkin pie from Whole Foods, and I really love pumpkin pie. Okay, confession corner. Guess who already has consumed with Matt, not by myself. I don't have it every day or anything. I don't have it like every other day or anything, even, you know, but we have already, from my purchasing them at Whole Foods, we have already had 2 pumpkin pies this year because I love pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is like, it's like rides the line between, is it like a meal, a dessert? It's just, it breaks the rule of food should not be sweet because it doesn't. My sister always had this rule, food should not be sweet. I always hear her in my head saying it, but there's some sweet foods. But anyway, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Not too sweet though. I don't like sweet. I don't like super sweet pumpkin pie. And it's good. It's really good. I love pumpkin pie. Okay. Got some pumpkin pie on tap for lunch. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's do this. FOC Darley. So this morning early, I'm just gonna call it what it is this morning. When I looked at my phone and was reading about him because I hadn't. It was like I went to bed at like 4. I was drawing intensely for like hours. It was great, but I'm exhausted now. But I'm awake and I got good spirit. Okay, what was I saying? Okay. I looked him up real quick before I went to sleep, or bed rather, because I had to wind down a little bit. It doesn't happen right away when you're doing something, you know, active at night, like drawing. Okay, and I just wanted to read I just wanted to show you. I don't even know if I'm going to read this, but I wanted to just show you this real quick. This is our Wikipedia page, right? But here's Society of Illustrators. I just want to read a couple of snippets because this is just going to set the stage a little bit. More than any other, 1822 to 1888. More than any other single talent, FOC Darley was responsible for the growth of illustration in early America. An article in the Bulletin of the American Art Union in August 1851 cites his work as combining a recognizably sophisticated American point of view with an exceptionally sophisticated style of drawing. So this guy, you know, sounds like he moved the needle quite a bit. We're not going to read more on that yet, but I did want to just read, where is it? Okay. Without his influence, or at least that of another hardworking, talented trailblazer, the Hall of Fame, the Society of Illustrators, and this profession generally wouldn't exist in America. So he was a move the needle guy. And if you want, I put this link in the description, so you're welcome to go and read up on it. I don't want to read the whole thing right now. I got to save my voice. That's another thing. My voice is a little, it's not crunchy yet, probably, but we'll get there probably pretty soon. So I actually might be doing some editing of what we're going to read because my throat is a little, okay. Cough drop corner. We have these. Fantastic, but terrible. I'll tell you why. These are so yummy. Like, I bought these. I'm really careful about cough drops because I don't want to be ingesting a whole bunch of like syrup, like, you know, corn syrups and stuff, right? So I'm careful. I bought these. You know, double checked the back. It's like a drug facts. There's no ingredient list that I could find here. There is no ingredient. Oh, there is. Inactive ingredients. But, you know, you're looking. And what I did not expect to see, and what I don't even see in here, but I was so upset to see it on the website. I was really upset. Aspartame, guys. Aspartame. Aspartame in Ricola. Why? Why, Ricola? Why? Why would you do that to me? I don't do aspartame. Of course, I'll probably finish these, and the reason I don't is because I was, I guess, addicted to aspartame when I was young, and I don't do like artificial sweeteners anymore because I used that, and I used saccharin. I shouldn't do any of those. So now I just use like agave or honey or sugar, regular sugar. So anyway, they're so good. I can't detect the aspartame in them. I mean, they did a really good job with the formula, obviously, because I didn't detect it. Usually I can taste it right away. Stevia, all that stuff. No stevia, just aspartame. Why aspartame? I don't need another chemical in my life, in my food. Thank you very much, Ricola, who I thought you guys were one of the good guys, and now you're putting aspartame and you're hiding it from me? Like, no bueno, you know? So, anyway, get regular Ricola. That's what you do. That's what I'm going to do. Let's talk FOC Darley. And why do I keep wanting to call him Farley? I keep thinking Farley, like Chris Farley? No, Darley. Oh, I got to fix my headscarf thing. It fell down. Okay, let's read. FOC Darley. Here, we're coming at you right now. Felix Octavius Carr Darley. And I love the name. The name is so 1800s, isn't it? Felix, great name. Octavius, great name. Carr, I don't know if that's one of the parents' names. Middle name. Octavius would be his middle name. Okay. June 23, Cancer baby, just like me. 1822, March 27, 1888. Often credited as FOC Darley. Did I call him Farley again before? I'm sorry. FOC Darley was an American illustrator known for his illustrations and works by well-known 19th century authors, including, here's a good list for you. Here's the list. James Fenimore Cooper, Charles Dickens, Mary Mapes Dodge, or is it Doge? I don't know. Mary Mapes Dodge was an American children's author and editor, best known for her novel Handsprinter. Okay. Recognized leader in juvenile literature for almost a third of the 19th century. Wow. Mary Elizabeth Mapes Dodge. We should do that. We should do children's illustrators of the... Does that intrigue me enough to do? I don't know. I have to think about that. Nathaniel Hawthorne. We know. Scarlet Letter, right? Washington Irving. George Lippard, or is it Lippard? I'm not sure. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Donald Grant Mitchell. And if you want to read a little bit, the little snippets that I'm rolling over, you can just pause and read it. Clement Clark Moore. Francis Parkman. Harriet Beecher Stowe. American author and abolitionist, yes. Yes, yes. Francis Parkman, be brave. Against the system. Harriet Elizabeth Beecher Stowe, we already did that. And Nathaniel, I know I already read Francis Parkman too, sorry. Nathaniel Parker Willis. Okay. Darley was born on June 23, 1822. Scroll up. Darley was born on June 23, 1822 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Darley was a self-taught and prolific artist. Self-taught, okay? You can teach yourself. Yes. And prolific artist who started out as a staff artist for a Philadelphia publishing company where he was given a wide variety of assignments. He later moved to New York City, and his work began to appear in magazines such as Harper's Weekly, ooh, and in books by various publishers. Okay, so I think that you've made it if you're in Harper's Weekly in the 1800s. Darley made 500 drawings for Benson John Lossig's History of the United States. Among his lithographic illustrations are those for Washington Irving's The Legends of Sleepy Hollow and some scenes of Indian life. Okay, if here's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow if you want to read a little about it. The swing and vigor of his style, his facility and versatility, and the high average merit of his numerous works make him one of the most noteworthy of American illustrators. Scrolling. When I say scrolling, I'm just warning you. I'm warning you because if you have sensitive eyes, the screen's going to start moving. Darley signed a contract with Edgar Allan Poe on January 31, 1843 to create original illustrations for his upcoming literary journal, The Stylus. Oh, the contract. I've heard about this. The contract, which was through July 1, 1844, requested at least 3 illustrations per month on wood or paper as required, but no more than 5 for $7 per illustration. The Stylus was never actually produced, but Darley provided illustrations for the final installments of the first serial publication of Poe's award-winning tale, The Gold Bug, later that year. I think one of our other artists also was commissioned by Poe. I don't think, I know, because I read the Wikipedia page. Same thing, except a different, they ended up doing a different story. Not the magazine, which never made it. But that would be interesting to look into. The Stylus. Like to do maybe a day on it or something, or to just dig into that a little bit more. And whenever I roll over these, like, feel free to just like pause and read it, because I think I have to save my voice a little bit right now. Typically I would read it for you, but I'm trying to be careful. I overdid it yesterday. All right. In 1848, Darley provided the drawings for the first fully illustrated edition of Irving's Rip Van Winkle, which was printed and distributed by the American Art Union. I love that. What was the American Art Union? I'm going to read this one, though. The American Art Union, because I've never read this one before. 1839 to 1851. Okay, so it was only for like 12 years. Was a subscription-based organization whose goal was to enlighten and educate an American public to the nation's art while providing a support system for the viewing and sales of art executed by artists in the United States or by American artists abroad. Okay, cool. Hey, why has that not come up yet? I've done, how many artists have I done so far? Not 100, but I mean, we got to be edging in on 50, you know, between Inktober and October and now. Okay. Okay, let's see here. That same year, Darley also illustrated an edition of Irving's The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon, Gent. That's a really cute name, The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon. Commonly referred to as the sketchbook. Okay, I lied. I'm going to read this little blurb. Is a collection of 34 essays and short stories written by the American author Washington Irving. It was published serially throughout 1819 and 1820. So like, kind of like a little, you know, kind of like a little TV show and a book, right? Episodes coming out every week or every month or whatever. Okay. Darley also illustrated an edition of Irving's The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon, Gent, and then his Wolfert's Roost in 1855. And that was probably another periodical, I'm guessing. Citation. Or is that what? I mean footnote, sorry. Callow, Knickerbocker Raiders. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to assume that's another published periodical or something. In 1851, Darley was elected into the National Academy of Design as an honorary member. In 1852, he was appointed a full academician. Did I say that right? Academician at the Academy. At the age of 37, Darley married Jane Colburn in 1859. Man, I'm glad they told us his age, because I was like, should I scroll back up and see when he was born again? I think he was 1823. Hold on, I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to scroll. 1822. Oh my gosh, I almost got it right. Amazing. Amazing. Over his career, he produced nearly 350 drawings for James Fenimore Cooper, later collected in a several volume edition of Cooper's novels printed from 1859 to 1861. In 1868, following a visit to Europe, he published Sketches Abroad with Pen and Pencil. His watercolor paintings of incidents in American history are full of spirit and include banknote vignettes. I'm going to look at that in 1 second. I'm going to scroll up and we're going to go, what is a banknote vignette? Okay, so it's probably just little pictures. Okay, just absorbing what I just read here. Darley died in 1888 at his home in Claymont, Delaware, and was buried at Mount Auburn Cemetery in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which is very close to me. So next time I'm over there, I'll have to look him up. If you ever come to Cambridge, Massachusetts, please take, if you are not cemetery averse, you really should make the time, spend some time at Mount Auburn Cemetery. It is the most beautiful, fairy tale-ish place that's a cemetery that you've ever seen. I'm guessing, because it's that I've ever seen. And I live in Boston. I live in Cambridge, but it's basically Boston. And we have some really old cemeteries here, and we have some really cool cemeteries here. And so I've seen a lot of old gravestones and a lot of, like, you know, authentically, like, you know, like cool stuff. I used to work back in the day. I used to walk to my job, which was in Watertown, which is a town over. And I used to walk through the cemetery every day. And it was absolutely fabulous to have that time to do it. And I was doing children's illustration at the time. And I was working as a illustrator and animator for a children's educational multimedia company at the time. And then I was also working on my freelance children's illustration career at the time, on my own time. And I used to get to walk through the cemetery every day. And like, you walk through the cemetery, just go there and take your sketchbook and just like dream. I used to go there. I did so much brainstorming there and just thinking and like placing, like looking at the creating place, like creating scenes and stuff. Like, it's so inspiring because it's so beautiful, especially in the summer, spring, summer, any like warmish months are the best, because it is actually any month is great. I mean, it would even be beautiful there in the winter time. And it's because it's just the framework is just so beautiful. And like, even with like craggly trees with no leaves and all this, it would still be beautiful in its own way. I mean, it beautiful in a different way, you know. It's stunning. And hey, check it out on Wikipedia. It's got to be on there. And maybe there's some pictures on Wikimedia Commons. It's just really worth a look, because if you need some inspiration, it's beautiful. In fact, maybe that's what we'll draw today, because we have his gravestone. I know we have his gravestone in the picture and the slideshow. And I was trying to think today, I'm like, what should we draw? What should we draw? Because I have to tell you, I like this one. Little Pilgrim is beautiful. I love things with lettering. That's going to take me, you know how I am. I'm going to sit there and like be measuring, and it'll take me too long. I need something today that I can go loose with and like, you know, like throw my imagination into the mix, and just like yesterday was like that. And I love to start with something and just like throw it at the wall, see if it sticks. If it doesn't, who cares? Keep going, and I keep the page and just keep working on it. And I love what happened yesterday. And today I think maybe we'll do something Mount Auburn Cemetery, because I like to pick that as an inspiration point, because that is where he's buried. So that would be a great homage to him. And his work is stunning. I mean, look at this piece. It's like speechless stunning. If you look at his work I actually haven't looked at too much of his work. I've looked at what I grabbed, and I've seen the detail online. So like on Wikipedia Commons, and I think on did I say Wikipedia Commons? I meant Wikimedia Commons. And on Wikipedia, you can see the detail, and they're absolutely stunning. But you know, his themes, I like the scenery and stuff, and I love little horsey pics and stuff, but there's his gravestone. You know, I feel like what really his ability to like nuance and like mood with and detail with the engraving is amazing. I just don't know how much you can see on, I don't know how much translates into the video, like on this video that we're doing here, because I don't know how much you can actually see. But I mean, let's see, do we get, yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. That's insane. I mean, that's wild, right? Look at that. I mean, some of that is pixelated because it's so detailed. But these you know, how come we haven't heard more about like, this man had eye problems and he went blind or something, you know? Because look at this. Did they walk around with like magnifying glasses on or something? Because that's intense stuff. That is intense. Of course, I have to say too, I don't know like the process of engraving. All I can imagine is you're drawing with like a tiny little needle thing, you know, or like you're drawing with an instrument that, you know, etching on wood or on metal. I need to do my research. But the little cross hatching, I mean, look at that. It's amazing. I've always been fascinated by that. Like, you look at money. I remember being a kid and looking at money and being like, bang, you know? Like, it's just really amazing. Amazing. That's a beautiful scene. I mean, image, drawing. I mean, it's like war or something. Looks... Okay, let's stop rambling and let's look at external links. What do we got? So here's some good links if you want to go back. The Society of Illustrators thing is a good long story, but I'm not going to read it here. And let's draw. So I'm going to go over there. And I'm going to put you guys on hold for, I'm going to put a be right back screen on for like 5 minutes or less. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible because I want to get going on our drawing. And we're going to move over to the drawing table. All right, I will be right back. Hey, can you hear me? Hold on a second. Back. Let's do this. Hey, this is how yesterday's came out. I was pretty stoked about the evolution because I really like how it came out, and it really piqued my interest and sort of revived my love for graphite. I mean, I always loved graphite, but I remember, I think maybe it was like 6 years ago, an interview I did, or was it an interview? I think it was an interview with Ronnie Walter on her YouTube channel, and I think one of the questions she asked me, or it was like one of those like last 3 questions or something, and she asked what would be my desert island, what's my desert island, you know what I'm trying to say. Art supplies. So what did I say? I said, this is what I said. I'm going to just grab a rando. I'm going to grab a rando one. Let's just grab any old, oops, moleskin. Let's grab a rando moleskin because let's just look and see. I was really into, I still am, okay? I love moleskins. Moleskins are great. But they're particularly great. Okay, let me back up. My answer was graphite. My answer was actually, here's my answer was, Dr. Grip Pencil. Pilot Dr. Grip Pencil. Or graphite. And a moleskin. An art moleskin. Art journal, okay? Because the art journal paper is not typical sketch paper. And I love this paper. This one's kind of empty, huh? Look at that. You can't let your past hold your future hostage. That was very meaningful to me when I wrote it, I think. Anyway. I like this one too. Sometimes you gotta create your own sunshine. Why did I never make a sticker out of this? I even drew the die cut. What the heck? Gotta get my act together. Yeah, so, I love a nice, delicious moleskin. Yes, I'm gonna call my moleskin delicious. Oh, look! This did become a sticker. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna show you right now. Let me show you what I did with that one. Ta-da! Excuse the noise back there. Excuse the noise back there. There we go. I changed it. I actually submitted this for a greeting card and it never got picked up. So I made it into a sticker because I thought, hey, that's an awesome sticker. This is in my Etsy shop. Kathy Weller Art. So, yeah. I absolutely love me a moleskin. And when, excuse me, and when I used to take the train to work every day and back home, they're great for this. Okay, first of all, the paper is just, the experience with pencil on this paper is dreamy. It's just dreamy. What else I like about it is I like how hard, they're so nice and sturdy. And if you're drawing on the train, you can do like that and no one can peep over. Like nobody can sort of spy on what you're drawing if you don't let them. You can draw like in private, so that's good. I love that because I like to zone into my drawing and not, you know. Oh, look, this is a mug. This is the sketch for my gratitude mug in my shop. Sometimes I love to look through my sketchbooks. They give me so much inspiration. This one's kind of empty, huh? I'm not one of those people who has routinely let me finish every single page. And I'm striving to be that way now, as you know. This was a Prince quote. Life is just a party and parties weren't meant to last. So that's 1999. I wonder what was going through my life right now. And I think I can kind of tell from looking at some of these quotes. I can tell what was going through my life. When life puts you in a tough situation, don't say why me. Just say try me. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Thanks, Rock. And you can't let your past hold your future hostage. I know what I was going through. I'm not going to share it on TV, though. I'm on TV. I'm not going to share it on our little TV show here. But when I is replaced with we, even illness becomes wellness. Malcolm X said that. People will love you. People will hate you. And none of it, sorry. People will love you. People will hate you. And none of it will have anything to do with you. Love that one. Love is space and time measured by the heart. Okay, grateful. Charming Gardners sticker. Love it. Let us speak. Okay, I was working through that one. Sometimes you got to create your own sunshine. Another iteration of that. And there's another iteration of that. And then kindness is always beautiful. Okay, when did we start doing... when did we start going through my sketch... Let's do a sketchbook tour. This strength made it into my I Am a Cancer Warrior coloring book, which is in my Etsy shop. And it's really one of my all-time bestsellers, honestly. Like there or anywhere else, really. I mean, that's... Of self-published, I should say. Self-published. Yeah. That's it. I really like this, and I never did anything with it. I don't know why. It just, you know what it is? It's kind of like the shape of a heart-ish. And this curlicue stuff, it's like sometimes shapes and like abstract shapes can remind you of things that are tangible and real, and then these swirls remind you of like ventricles and things, but it's not like slapping you in the face with that. You know what I mean? And it's also not the shape of a heart, like a heart shape. So I like that about it a lot. And I like to do stuff in my sketchbook that I like to actually go back and see for inspiration, because it's always good to see, what did you do 6 months ago or 8 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever, a year ago, 2 years ago, and what is still resonating with you? And is there something you can parlay that into? Is that sketch or that thought, that visual little idea that you plopped down there, is it still resonating? Thanks, Weirds. Yeah, I totally agree. Isn't it fun? Oh my gosh. I wish I had a gratitude mug right here, but if you go on my Etsy shop, you can see it. The gratitude mug. That one's cool to see too. And it's also cool to see because it's one of my earlier. Oh, there's a t-shirt and a mug and a sticker too. I'll show you. Oh, I have. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Iconic moment. Iconic moment. Hold on. I'll be right back. Dare I say iconic? I dare say iconic, yes. I'm going to show you. Okay, this is one of my most popular designs too. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, did we just find the original sketch? This is like how a design... Where do you get your designs? From my sketchbook? From my brain? When my sketchbooks pop up? When I look through my sketchbook and I say, hey, that's resonating with me. Here, I'm going to do this. Hey, that's still resonating with me. This is something that Nancy Downs in The Craft, character from the movie The Craft, said. We are the weirdos, mister, when they were getting on the bus. He was like, be careful for those weirdos. And she's like, we are the weirdos, mister. And that's an iconic saying from that movie. And I put it on a t-shirt and a sticker, and those are some of my all-time bestsellers too. Isn't that crazy? And then we have weirdo. I loved this. I love the word weirdo. I like to own it, you know. I like to take a word that was meant to be derogatory towards you at any point in your life, because I was bullied at some points in my life, and called a weirdo, and I own it. And it's my emblem. Weirdo's my emblem, baby. Weirdo. So I actually like the shape of that one too, but I built it into a sticker. It's also a t-shirt. But this would be really nice if I could even like, you know, I could even like edit out some of those swirlies. But isn't it cool when you look at a sketch, right? Isn't it cool how much of the original spirit and like soul of the line is in the original, is in the made it into the end one. I love that, and I love a sketchy feel too. This one's more sketchy, but this yesterday I said, and I did a few little if you've been here all day, I'm very sleep deprived. I did our live late today because I finished some sketches for a custom commission last night, and I went to bed at like 4 in the morning. So what is my point in telling you that? My point in telling you that is that I wanted to explain that I had to unwind, so of course, what do I do in bed? I'm making some shorts of the day's video. And yesterday, I was talking about not overworking your designs. And these were a perfect example, because a perfect example of not overworking, because sometimes we can do an initial sketch and then do another sketch, or do like, let's do 4 different designs and see which one we like the best. I love to do that stuff, and I'm not really counting that. That's like the mining, right? That's like the idea mining part. When you get what you're going to use, what you've landed on, don't overwork it, because you overwork something, you're gonna beat the daylights out of it. Like you're gonna don't beat the magic out of your art like that. You know what I mean? Because that's what can happen, is especially, okay, I'll say especially if you're working with if it's like designed by committee. Okay, that happens a lot. Okay, and it's not pretty, and it's a cautionary tale, and you learn from it. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's unavoidable. If you're working for other people, I worked for a company for 20 years, like actually 17 and a half, but who's counting? And was a designer illustrator, a staff designer illustrator for the Boston Globe, Boston.com for those years, and worked in a lot of marketing, tons of like promotional marketing and sales, advertising stuff. And man, you know, it can really just, it can be challenging. Challenge. I like to call it a challenge. But okay, here's what we're doing. We're gonna do this Mount Auburn Cemetery. It doesn't look like much now, but we're gonna zhuzh it up. And that's not true. It's a beautiful gravestone. Absolutely beautiful. And in the earlier part of our live today, I was talking about Mount Auburn Cemetery in Cambridge, Massachusetts. If you ever get to Cambridge, Massachusetts, I beg of you to make an afternoon. Make a little afternoon. There's a great little deluxe, like a great little coffee shop. Not coffee shop. It's like it's like a lunch spot. Great little lunch spot up the street. Super cute. Should we do it this way? I kind of want to do like what I want to do. I was looking for a quote real quick before we hopped on here, because what I love is to add a quote around an atmospheric picture like this will be. And I wanted to do something that was a quote about him, or, you know, I wanted to do something like that for this guy. I know, kind of weird to draw a gravestone for somebody, but I can't get into doing one of his pieces, because it's gonna swallow me up. It's literally gonna swallow me up. And I love gravestones, and he's in Mount Auburn Cemetery. I mean, like, this is like probably the most beautiful cemetery with the most beautiful graves that I know of. And it's legendary. Like, it is a place that people go. It's a what do they call that? You know what I'm talking about. It's a place that people go. Felix O.C. Darley. It's a place that people. It's a landmark. Let's say let's do vertical. I was like, vertical, horizontal. So just a note, if you're new here, I'm a lefty. I don't want the binding in the way of my hand. So I work back upside down. My entire sketchbook is upside down unless it's horizontal. But yeah, this is how we do here. This is how we do. So I'm just going to go right in. And if you want to see a really fun metamorphosis with using this LYRA graphite, water-soluble graphite, check out yesterday's stream. Check out some of my shorts. Some of the shorts that I did last night at like 4:30 in the morning, when I was trying to wind down from some very detailed, like, exacting. I'm doing some custom art right now, and it's kind of funny because it's based on work I did in 2009, and somebody asked me to do more like it. So I'm like using my old art as reference and making new art. So anyway, that's what I don't want to lose the thread of what I was talking about. So I'll end that there. But yesterday I did
yesterday I did a whole piece that I thought I started out with a brush pen ink, and then that was not hanging with me well, so I decided to move to something else, and I picked up my pencil here, my graphite, and I ended up doing like a really fun combo of water-soluble graphite and NeoColor 2, and the way that they blend when you add water, I mean, you do have to be careful to not make mud, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen if you are not careful. If you're not judicious, and if you don't, you got to be careful with how much water you use, and you got to have your paper towel handy and all that jazz, right? Because you don't want to make a muddy mess. And I mean, yeah, it did get kind of muddy there. That's okay. I worked it out. But it was so fun. I mean, I just think it's fun to be like, hey, like find those little moments of surprise and delight, you know, in what you're doing. And I like to have my stuff all around me so I can just like pick and choose what I'm going to do. Hey, some days I don't know what I'm going to use. Or I use something I didn't even think I was going to use. You know, because it's just within my reach. I got NeoColor, I got gouache, I got paint pen. I got all kinds of stuff here. I got ink over there. Dye, Dr. Martin's ink. I have India ink. Got colored pencils, you know. Got all the things around me. I got paint. Oh my gosh. December is going to be, I'm really getting excited. And now that my sketches for these paintings are done, what that means is I better get my act together soon, because, you know, I'm doing a preview of December on Saturday's stream. We're going to do our regular read through. We're going to do our regular thing. And then, sorry, I'm just reading the gravestone. Does it say to the memory of or in the memory of? That does not look like an N to me. Hold on. I'm going to show you. We're going to go through what we're going to do. We're having an ornament art along in December. And you don't have to join, but I would love it if you do. Like, you don't have to do art. You can just watch. You can see what we're doing. You can use whatever you want. You know, whatever's working for the ornaments that you're making. If you're making ornaments, maybe you're making greeting cards. I don't know, but you know, we gotta have some sort of structure in this world. So let's do. And I'm doing some art markets in December. So my schedule is going to change, and schedule is going to come out on Sunday. So schedule will drop on Sunday on my posts tab, the schedule for December. And then, but Saturday, I'm going to do a preview of what's in store for the month of December. You know, to the memory. I think it says to the memory. I think it says to the memory of Felix. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, I'm super excited about it. I have been preparing. Let me show you. Allow me to show you. I have been preparing. Oh yes. This is show and tell for the memento. Ta-da! I stocked up. I think we have a zoomed in situation here. Do we have a zoomed in situation? No. Okay, good.
That was worrying me. I just want to make sure that you have a, you know, that you're able to see what's going on here and that everything is good. It's a lot with like the picture on the screen, my little head in there, and you know, just want to make sure that you have the best view and everything, like that you're able to see what's going on here. So it's gonna be, we're gonna do some ornaments, and I'm super excited to do them. And I did mention a little bit, I talked about it very little, but enough the other day. And now I'm thinking, ooh, I don't want to ruin the surprise. because it's like really gonna be fun. I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna write his name now, okay? Felix OC Darley. And do I want how I hear my husband Matt talking in the background. Someone's at the door. To the memory of, let's do the name first because I don't want to lose the plot here. Felix. But I do want to write what's on the gravestone. I am so sorry, but I have to stack OC. We're taking some liberties, right? And that's really okay. Hey, come. Oh, okay. I was just, my little side phone here was zoomed in. I think I want to zoom you because a little bit, because I want you to be able to see what's going on. Felix OC Darley. Uh-oh. That's okay. Okay. Happens, right? Things get a little tight sometimes. But you know, we're all about making it work here. It's totally fine. Totally fine. And normally I would not probably write the name right now yet, but because I got like a lot of other stuff to do. But I just wanted to make sure it was going to get in there like reasonably fit the way that it is on the gravestone, because I don't really want to be, if I can help it, I don't want to be moving around, you know, the gravestone words. Because, you know, this is his gravestone. I want to make sure he gets his words in there like they are on the gravestone. I'll fix it though. And the cool thing about, like, see how we lost the Y? That's okay though. Because you can kind of like do this. You can wash this stuff, right? You just take your little brush and you just like make it work, right? So now we have more room because it's really dubious. We don't know where this relief part ends really. It can be right there. We can just make more room. And this is also an exercise in proprioception, which is when you can't see what you're drawing, right? You can't see it. You can't see it, but you can only feel it. So you gotta, it's like using a crayon tip, like trying to find your tip with a crayon. That's proprioception. And it's really become very important to me to talk about because it's something that I do all the time when I use, it's one of the reasons I really do like to use NeoColors without sharpening them. I don't like to sharpen these because you're wasting a lot of product, right? And you're also wasting an opportunity, or I don't want to say wasting because some people just need the tip and that's fine. But I do it this way because I like to have moments. I like to have moments where I'm like, what's going to happen? Am I going to have a happy accident? What's going on here, you know? That's what I like. Ooh, we have Payne's Gray. Let's see if this is going to vibe. I don't usually bring in the NeoColors so soon, but that's okay. Let's go for it. To the memory of Felix O.C. Darley, 1821... 1820... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back up, back up. That's not what Wikipedia said, guys. Wikipedia says 1823. And I'm gonna go into my Wikipedia real quick and double check that. I'm keeping the gravestone as the gravestone is the gravestone, right? That's what it says. That's what it's getting. But for my own knowledge, for our own knowledge, we're gonna, okay. And then Wikidata, what is Wikidata? How is this connected to Wikipedia? That's for another day. It says 1822. The gravestone says 1821. Wikisource. What are all these different, why? What are all these different Wikipedias? This one says, I think this one also said 1821. Wait, Wikipedia. Hold on. Give me a sec. We're going to get there. Wikipedia. Let's just go to, sometimes you just have to, you know, do the stupid thing and just put the whole thing in again. FOC Darley. No, Felix. Let's just do Felix Darley. Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you, Wikipedia. I did already donate. Okay, we're going to donate some more later. Okay, Wikipedia says 1822. His gravestone says 1821. So clearly we're drawing his gravestone, okay? We're doing his gravestone. But you know, curiosity killed the cat, Kathy. Curiosity killed the cat, Kathy. That's my nickname now. No. I'm curious person and I need to know these things. To the memory of. Okay, LYRA, do you make thinner water-soluble graphite sticks? Because I need a thinner one. To the memory of 1821 to 1888. We're going to write it in here. 18. I think I wrote his name a little bit high. Oh, I'm having trouble with this. I can't. But I don't want to use this one because I'll tell you why. This guy. Well, okay. I know it doesn't erase. This guy does not erase properly, okay? The GRAPHITONE, the DERWENT GRAPHITONE. Hey, love the company. They make great stuff. But this GRAPHITONE pencil doesn't erase well dry for me. Okay? And I demonstrated that yesterday. I don't need to do it again today. But if you want to see it not erase on dry paper, have at it. It's in there. It's in the drawing section of yesterday. And it's a little bit of like a bummer, you know? It's like, guys, I would use it a lot more if it did. Don't mind Matt if you can hear him. He's on the phone. He's on the phone. You might hear like, you know when you watch old Charlie Brown and the adults are like, wah, 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 wah. That's what we're gonna get from Matt right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but you're gonna get wah, 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 wah. Okay, let's do it's like a fig. Is this like a fig? Let me zoom you. I'm gonna zoom you. Yeah. We zoom, we pan, we zoom.
or not pan, you know what I mean. We zoom in, we zoom out, we zoom in, we zoom out. This is the nature of what we do here. The nature of our world. Hey, do you hear Matt loudly? Should I turn the volume down? Let me, I'm gonna mute us for a minute, okay? Okay, I'll be back, promise. Okay, I found a graveyard. I found a graveyard picture on iHeart.com. It's called "This is the Spookiest Graveyard in Washington," and I'm just using it as my as a little bit of help for my reference. So I'm gonna show you the picture. Here it is, and it just reminded me. Okay, I have been to one other stunningly beautiful graveyard in my life. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful graveyards, but I have to tell you about this graveyard because it was mind-blowing graveyard. I'm going to actually show you pictures of it. Oh my God, am I going to do that? Yeah, I am. I'm going to show you pictures of this graveyard. Real quick. I'm going to show you pictures of this graveyard because I must. I just must. Matt and me went to Ireland. Oh my gosh, when did we go? Hold on. There's me in Ireland. Hi. Hold on a second. I gotta show you this. Got to show you this. Cancel. Okay, hold on. Information. Oh, whoa, 2022. Was it only 3 years ago? It was only 3 years ago? Oh my gosh. You guys, I have to show you. Oh my gosh. Can I show you pictures of this graveyard? It blew my socks off, okay? It literally blew my mind. It was so old, so beautiful. I mean, I just couldn't even. It was stunning. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Let me get some good. Hold on. There's a good one. I'm gonna do that. I'll do that for you. Do that. Like that.
tree. Look at the gravestone. Look at the gravestone. Look at this. Look at this gravestone. It has wings. Beautiful. And then look at all this. You guys, these gravestones are so... Look at this. Look. All I had to do was open up my own pictures. I mean, right? I mean... Oh my gosh. We have an amazing friend who is a photographer. Des O'Connor. Go check out his artwork. His illustrations. His photos are like illustrations. He takes photos and he does interesting things with his photos. This was in Glendalough. This is Glendalough Cemetery. See, Glendalough. So that's what this is. Sorry, I didn't tell you that before. This is Glendalough, and it is, if you look it up online, it's stunning. Oh, there's Matt. Okay. There's this big building of stone. I mean, these are this is literally like forever old, right? It's super old. I'm just going to do this and show you real quick. We'll get back to drawing in a second. I'm stunned out by that. That's amazing. Oh, I just created a new word. Stunned out. I'm stunned out, baby. This is just so amazing. I mean, like, inspiring, right? Like, the inspiration. The inspiration. There's Matt. Hi, Matt. There's Des. Hi, Des. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, look. Oh my gosh. It's just so beautiful. I want to show you like a better shot. Let's look at, oh, look. These beautiful little, I don't know, but they're beautiful. Look at the rocks, the stones, the ivy. Oh my gosh, this graveyard's amazing. Look at this. I feel like these pictures aren't even doing it justice. Look at this, right? This is a real place. This is a gravestone. This is so old. This is like so old. This was inside of that, it's like an enclosed square stone building with the open ceiling. I couldn't help myself to take pictures of everything because look, these are amazing. Here lieth the body, and I love graveyards, of Michael Canna, deceased, the 1750, Lord have mercy on his soul. Lord have mercy on his soul. Amen. Yes, Lord have mercy on his soul. Amen. Please. Rest in peace. And then look at these gravestones. They're markers. Look at these markers. And then look at these markers. Here lieth the body of Francis Kehoe. Departed July 28, 1786. As 102 year... Wait. As... Lord have mercy on his soul. Amen. I don't know what that bottom part said. But I'm captivated by these. Look, and these were so old that they had supports on them. So they could be held. Ireland is magic. It is absolutely... I highly recommend Ireland. Highly. Like, I can't recommend Ireland and having a good friend who takes you to these places enough. We really were so lucky to have Des to take us around. We went to the Guinness Lake. Oh my gosh. I want to go back. I really want to go back. Oh my gosh. It was absolutely... All I have to do is look at my own pictures. Why am I... All right. Well, I'm going to go back to that page because that one
that picture that I had. Okay, where'd my glasses go? Uh-oh, there they are. I feel like I need to see a little better for a second. Yeah, pretty amazing. Very amazing. And Ireland, guys. Oh, and can I just say Aer Lingus? Like, okay, we went 3 years ago. Aer Lingus rocks. I love Aer Lingus. I don't know what they're like today. I am guessing they're similar, but they were amazing. It was a great experience for being in coach. Like, it was still a great experience. People were very nice. Even the food was good. I mean, it was like clean. There was plenty of movies. It was just a really nice plane. I really enjoyed it. I mean, as much as you can enjoy. As much as one can enjoy a flight, I did enjoy it. But if you like, you know, if you like to enjoy places like where there was in my pictures, go to Glendalough Cemetery in Ireland and go have a good time. I bought a hat. They had a person who, I mean, not here, have a Glendalough Cemetery hat. No, they didn't have, you know, it wasn't merch. It wasn't like that. It was, they had a little store near there, like a little sort of outdoor, indoor store where they sold stuff. I think there was something else that was there too, not just the cemetery. Not that you need anything else, honestly, but it was not, you know, it wasn't like for the cemetery. This is what drives me nuts about this paper, the whole, how it folds over like that. I'm not sure what to do about the quote, because I think I might put it at the bottom, because there's plenty of space at the bottom, and I just don't really think it belongs at the top. I would like to have something that he said, you know, a quote for posterity, something life-affirming, something philosophical. I couldn't find anything. It's not easy to find quotes from people in the 1800s all the time. I mean, I have not been able to find any of like non-writers, you know, from people who weren't actually writers. I haven't been able to locate quotes, you know. I love quotes. I haven't been able to find any quotes because I would love to put those in their artwork, but what are you gonna do, right? So, okay, so now we have some semblance of some, you know, sense of place here. We have some trees on the back. We have some gravestones in the back. We know we're at a cemetery. It's not just a gravestone, like out in the middle of nowhere, right? So that's good. But I want to leave a little sparse so I can put a good quote in somewhere, something here. I would like to have a quote that would connect him in some way, shape, or form. But all we have is now, right? All we have is now, is this moment. All we have is this moment to work together. So let's and that's fine, because I like I like that things just flow here. We're just flowing. I'm going to turn off the mic for a moment. Okay, on the steps here, I'm writing with my chunky NeoColor 2 in Payne's Gray, more than any other single talent in perspective wise, right? We're doing like a, oh, oops. I just made a little mistake. I'm gonna fix it by washing it off. More than any other, and it's okay if it looks crazy, it's fine. Single talent. Talent. FOC Darley. FOC DARLEY. Yes, I have to speak out what I'm writing here. More than any other single talent, FOC Darley was responsible. Oops. We are Sybil for the growth. I can fit that on this line here, I think. Growth of illustration. Yes. Thank you, FOC Darley. Illustration. In early. We can fit it. We can fit it. America. We can fit that. AMERICA. Okay, cool. Nice. We did it. We did it. Let me grab a brush. Give a little love to that. And we're gonna do that. Maybe do some leaves, like some little, right? Oh, you know what we need to do? Take our, this is the raw umber, I think. Sepia, yes, I found you. I couldn't find my sepia for the longest time. Let's just do like, I like putting that here because it's a little more, to me it's a little more connected than it would be down here. In terms of connecting like why you're putting something with the gravestone, you know what I mean? Like he made his mark on illustration and it's right there on the steps. So I just liked that. I like that. That was a good spot to put it on. Okay. Let me do this so you can see a little better. And then I like to keep the top a little light. That's kind of nice. Top is a little light. Let me use this again, to pin this down, this corner. That's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, add a little bit down here, and then we'll keep it nice and light up top. I still want to find a quote to put up here. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna find a quote? Let's see. I was looking secretly. I didn't tell you, but I found a page that says. One of these terrible websites that are just like all ads. I looked up life-affirming quotes from the 1800s. And then I get a page and there's only 4 quotes on it, which is so annoying. But The truth must dazzle gradually, or every man be blind. Emily Dickinson. To believe your own thought, to believe that what is true for you in your private heart is true for all men, that is genius. To believe in your own thought. I love Emerson quotes. So, and then there's no place to go. I'm going to look up Emerson quotes real quick. We're going to put a quote in here because the quote wants to be there. There's a space that wants to be filled with a quote. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're not getting more fancy with this today because I have to go make Thanksgiving food and I have to send my client her sketches. Okay, let's see. Self-reliance. Yes, the greatest glory in living is not never failing, but in rising every time one falls. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else. Let's do that. I love that quote. I love that quote. It's universally appreciated and it's broad. To be yourself in a world. I love that quote. Okay, let's just go in. We're just going to go right in. Should we go in with the NeoColor or should we do ink? I kind of want to keep it in this world. I like to keep it in the universe. And I don't want to, unfortunately, I don't want to use the Graphitone because the Graphitone is limiting. And, you know, I like it. But I like being able to, like, have more flexibility. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. I'll tell you what annoys me. How I didn't get to hear more details about his inner life and about his day-to-day. Like, that's the stuff that really Wikipedia just did not have that. For me today, it didn't give me what I wanted, but that's okay. You know, every day is not going to be, you know, you're not going to get what you want every single day, and that's the way life goes, right? To be yourself in a world that's THAT is constantly. Sorry, I was covering up the artwork there. Constantly. Let's try and connect world and that a little bit better. Or connect that a little better. I need some visual cues because they looked like they were floating into each other. We can't have that. In a world that is constantly trying to make you something else. I'm dipping, I'm tapping, and I'm scrubbing a little bit on my paper here just to get the flow, just so I have some juice on the tip of my LYRA graphite stick. Else is let's do this. Let's do the over here. Really like squeeze it in. We're squeezing, we're shoehorning over here. And now we're gonna go big. We're gonna go big with greatest accomplishment now. We're gonna go G. And we're gonna be big and we're gonna be messy. Greatest. Accomplishment. Okay, can I spell it without making a misspelling here? Yes. A, C. Try and angle it for you. I gotta try to be very careful to not get my hand in the graphite. Oh, kind of impossible. I just don't want to drag it through the artwork. This is a really long word, so we got to be careful. Gotta do a dash. Gotta do a dash. Couldn't avoid it. Okay, let's go M, E, N, T. Period. Let's fill in over here with some more kind of things, right? Give it a little more dirt. Give it a little more dirt. And then I'm going to write Emerson right here. I can fit it. There we go. Okay. Now we need to just fill out, balance this composition a bit, and add a little extra here and there where it's necessary or where it is inviting to, like there, without overdoing. I don't want to overdo this because I really am liking. I like it, right? Okay, all right. I just added, so here, let's talk about this real quick. I just added an underlined under Emerson, right? So do you see how all the other art that I did is working with the composition in its actual place? So all of this feels like we're in a graveyard, right? And then this little line I did, even though it's stylized to look dirty, it's kind of it's a little bit taking you out of it, and it's making you feel, oh, this is actually designed, right? Are you feeling that? Because this is like an interesting, this is why I love doing these, because these little moments that are kind of profound, right, in terms of the design and illustration of something, come up, and these are the little things that are decisions that the person who's looking at it is not thinking, oh, there's a line there. That's kind of like in a movie style, that's like breaking the fourth wall, right? Because before that little line was there, and maybe even before the cursive Emerson was there, it's like everything is in this environment. Pretty much. Enough that you don't have any question. Nothing's referencing anything else that's going to make you feel like, oh, that looks like an ad, or like that looks like, that takes me out of this atmosphere a little bit. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's not. It's just a decision, and it's just an interesting observation, because I almost went in and changed it, even though I like it. It's like it's doing something good for me, even though I know it's referential, because it still feels like, if we're talking ads or like design, it still looks like 1800s design with a little smudge there. But it's just kind of interesting to think about these things, and to have a platform to like actually talk about them on, because who do you talk about with this stuff but other people who are into it, you know, like, or other people who have these same thoughts and don't have any place to put them, you know, or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Right? So I do like that I can discuss this kind of stuff with you guys and just think about it, because there is no right or wrong answer. I actually really like, did I just do a line? I did. I actually really do like the vibe that I got when I did that little smudge. I was like, oh yeah, I love that smudge, you know, that smudge feels good there. But then I thought, wait a minute, we're in this world, we're in this graveyard world, and I really built this atmosphere of this graveyard world. And are we in the same world with that smudge? And we are, even though it clearly is designed there and it was a decision that I made. I'm going to try and just make this a little more readable. You know, it's kind of like sometimes things just look like they were effortlessly, like they just came into being and they didn't get made that way. And then something comes along, and even if it still fits, it sort of pulls you into, oh, somebody decided to, that was, you know, somebody did that on purpose. It didn't just like by osmosis get there, you know. I think I'm safe at this moment to use my Graphitone pencil, because I'm not going to be erasing that. Okay. And also, why not just add some more little tree branches in here? Today was fun because I like a day where there is absolutely no erasing except for with my paintbrush. You know? That's it. Need to erase? Grab a brush and some water. That's it. That's what we're doing. That's the kind of erasing I like. Anyway, if you enjoyed today, come on back tomorrow. I'm doing this on Thanksgiving, 10 a.m. Little late, little earlier tomorrow. Today I was very, very late. I was late because I stayed up really late working so I could deliver something to my customer. So Let's just add a couple little smudges. Single talent, and I just made it very hard to read single. So let's do that. Yeah. I want to... Okay. Okay, I will say the bottom part definitely is lacking, but let's see what we can do real quick, and then we can just hang it up. So Saturday's stream. No, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We're going to be here. We're going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be doing another artist. It's not going to be a long one. It's probably going to be an hour. I'm going to try and hold it to it. It has to be, because I'm making Thanksgiving dinner. Who am I? What am I doing? What am I doing streaming on Thanksgiving morning? But, you know, that is my world. And I like it that way. So let's do it. It's what I want to do. I want to hang out with you a little bit on Thanksgiving. I want to do our little Wikipedia read. And it's going to be a surprise because I don't know off the top of my head who we're doing tomorrow, but there will be a slideshow, there will be chat, and there will be art after. So tomorrow, regular schedule, 10 a.m. Friday, regular schedule, 10 a.m. Same. Saturday, regular schedule. However, we're going to have something fun. I'm going to do a preview of December. Preview of December prompt list and projects, because we're doing something super fun for December. I'm super excited about it. I'm ridiculously excited about it. I know I don't seem it right now. Cut me some slack. I'm sleep deprived, but I am ridiculously excited about it. I can't wait to make a whole ton of this art with these prompts. And then Sunday, regular schedule, but the prompt list will be posted on my posts page on YouTube. So you'll get to see what we're doing each day, and you'll get to see what the schedule is looking like for December. Because December's going to be, I'll just tell you which days that I'm planning to stream and which days I'm not. Monday through Friday, except for the Christmas week is off. There will be no streams on Christmas week. From the 24th through the 30th, no streams. There will be no streams on weekends. And our streams Monday through Friday for the first 3 weeks are going to be our art along, and we could say ornament along, hint hint. We could say craft along. We could say paint along. I like that because there will be painting involved. But the reason I want to make it a little more broad is because I have some fancy tools. Okay, maybe they're not fancy, but they're a variety. We have a variety of tools. And I want to try some stuff out with you guys for like maybe even the first time. I probably won't be able to use my incoming wood engraver Dremel tool on screen without turning off the volume. So that might be kind of a fun thing to play around with. I also have a wood burning tool, which I have not. I bought it. I bought this thing, I think 6 months ago, maybe longer. Spring. Never opened it. It's sitting over there. And I really am bursting at the seams to use it. So what better time to use it to try it out, to see if it's going to work for some projects, right? Is now. So here we are. This is my ode to Felix O.C. Darley, an illustrator extraordinaire, extraordinary engraver. More than any other single talent, FOC Darley was responsible for the growth of illustration in early America. I should probably write who wrote that on here, because I always like to try and add I always try and add who said what type of stuff, because that way, if somebody's like, where'd you get that? They can go and look it up. You know what I mean? Makes it easy for people. And I like that. Fred Taraba, Director, Illustration House, Inc. Let's go. Fred Taraba, Director, Illustration House. You can barely see this, but that's okay. Via Society of Illustrators, right? Because let's give, while we're at it, let's just give all illustrators. Hold on.
thank you so much for coming and for hanging out with me today. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow. This was a tribute to Felix O.C. Darley. He was born in 1821 or 22, depending on who you ask. He died in 1888. It looks like 83 here, so I'm going to change that real quick. And he was an illustrator and an engraver. It sounds like one of the most, I had never heard of him, but I have learned that he's one of the most influential illustrators ever, really, that helped to make it an industry. So helped to make it commercial illustration. So I have a quote here from the Society of Illustrators page by Fred Taraba, Director, Illustration House, Inc. And it says, more than any other single talent, FOC Darley was responsible for the growth of illustration in early America. I love that. I did a Wikipedia read. You're welcome to go back and watch it if you like. It's pretty quick comparatively to what I usually do. But I will say, and as much as I do love Wikipedia, but Wikipedia does sometimes leave out the little granular human elements, and I did feel that. I did feel the emptiness of that in today's read. I didn't have as much time to go digging around, so I didn't have an alternate read. But there is this Society of Illustrators website. There's a story on here that I haven't read yet that I'm going to read or listen to later while I'm cooking Thanksgiving, while I'm preparing for Thanksgiving dinner, because I have to go and do that now. Yeah, so there's more to learn about this guy, and I'm gonna re-listen to my read because I didn't absorb everything. I actually did a cold read today. I hadn't pre-vetted anything, so sometimes that can be a bit dicey, but it was fine today. But I did feel a lack of, I'm like kind of like, okay, cool, but I didn't get anything about, like, I don't feel like I absorbed anything about his family life or his personal life or his social life or, you know, that kind of stuff. When that's important, you know. So yeah. So he, and if you ask me right now, I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I don't remember. So there's a lot, you know, sometimes when you're reading, you're not like always retaining. So I didn't retain. So I'm going to go back and listen, and I'm going to do a little bit of digging to learn a little bit more about this guy too. So, but I really do, I really wanted to do how I connected with him. When I do an homage piece, I like to find a thread that I connect to too, and that I feel like I can do a tribute to them, whether it's a piece of art or whether it's their portrait or whatever, right? If it's a writer, I like to do a quote or something. So in his case, I saw a picture of his gravestone, and he was at Mount Auburn Cemetery, which is one of my favorite, you know, probably my favorite cemetery. Then we go into this whole cemetery thing. So like then I showed you pictures of Glendalough Cemetery from Ireland when I went a couple of years ago. So 3 years ago. So yeah, his gravestone is at Mount Auburn Cemetery, which is a beautiful and magical little place. So it's actually a big place, but that was a connection for me, connection point, because it's like very close to where I am, and I love it there. So I've spent a lot of time there in my life. So yeah, so I did this, and this is my tribute to Felix O.C. Darley. And I hope to see you tomorrow at tomorrow's Artist of the Day. So every day I'm doing commercial artists of the 19th century, and I hope you have an awesome day, and I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving, and I'll be back on Thanksgiving with another one. So sometimes it's hard to hang it up. Sometimes it's hard to say goodbye, but we're going to say goodbye right now.